Yo, 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 what's going on, my people? It's your boy Radical. I'm back with another video. Now check this out. This video has been sent to me a few times by some of the loony cult that are called FBA as a way to prove that Latinos are all racist. You know what I'm saying? Again, is there racism in the Latin community? Of course there is. You know what I'm saying? But it's not our culture. It's not part of our culture. It's not what we stand for. It's not the majority. The same way with white folks. Is there racism in the white community? Yes. But are all white folks racist? No. You know what I'm saying? Is there racism in the black community? Yes. Are all black folks racist? No. So it's a very childlike way of looking at things, and a very childlike and naive, lowbrow, brain dead way of trying to prove your point, as in saying, well, this person represents the whole community, or what this person says represents the whole community, which is not the case whatsoever. Because if we want to really take it there, then we should be pointing at one black person that commits a crime that represents the whole community. That wouldn't be fair, right? So the thing is that there was a TikToker that somewhat went viral talking about the racism in the Latino community. Of course, it exists. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, I hate the fact that a lot of people who are not part of the Latino community point to this or show this or just uphold this as a way to show that all Latinos think like, which is not the case. And I'm gonna break down why these certain individuals think like this, you know, coming from a Latino, of course. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break down on why we do. So without further ado, let's check this out.
Exclusively because let's talk about this shit, because this shit is so fucking true. A lot of Hispanic and Latino parents will literally try to teach you at a young age to not be friends with black people, and it's fucking disgusting. They show you racism, anti-blackness, like colorism at a fucking young age. You could be a dark-skinned Latino, and yet you will get a lot of fucking hate. Not only that, media will even fucking show that shit too, where literally they show that white Latinos are literally rich, smart, educated, and they're always holy. But when it comes to black people or Afro-Latinos, they're ghetto, they're poor, uneducated, and they're criminals. And not only that, a lot of these celebrities believe this shit too. And also, they do blackface. And that's why a lot of people don't want to unite when it comes to the Hispanic Latino community, because of the amount of fucking anti-blackness, the racism towards black people. And not only that, y'all forget that literally black people have influenced our fucking community so much, from technology, from food, to even music. And some of y'all bitches be dancing to those music that literally were influenced by black people. And it's even worse in this fucking comment section. People are showing their true fucking colors. And that's why people fucking hate us, because the amount of anti-blackness.
Okay, so you guys heard what this young dude had to say about, you know, black people influence a lot of things, which is 100% true. You know, he was speaking facts on that. Now this is the thing, and I'm gonna break this whole thing down. Latinos did not invent racism. Let's be 100% clear with that. Latinos were the victims of racism. Latinos are pretty much a new breed of people. I gotta just keep it 1,000. Our ancestors were the indigenous people that were part of the land that where our parents came from. You know what I'm saying? Even we share the same blood and ethnic culture with the indigenous people here in America, to be honest. So, you know, our blood pretty much travels all over, but that's for another time. The thing is that we did not invent this. We were taught this. We were taught racism. We were taught by who? The Spanish. The Spanish came and said, oh, damn, there's a bunch of dark-skinned people up in here. Well, guess what? We got to subjugate them. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is that the difference is that the Spanish did that confused us, that the British people didn't do, France didn't do, and all these other European colonizers did not do. The Spaniards actually told us that we can become white as long as we breathe out the darkness within us. That's the reason why you have, for the most part, some Latinos calling themselves white when they're dark as hell. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, and these are the ones that know about it. The majority of the time, it's done without us knowing. You know, we're classified as white without us knowing. Sometimes it's forced, but that's neither here nor there. The thing is that's the reason why. That's the reason why you have things like mejorando la raza or blanquimiento. Now, all Latinos do not practice this. We have to keep it 1,000. All Latinos do not practice this. All Latinos, for the most part, are not aware about this. I don't know where this dude lives at, but I bet you it's in the West Coast. And the thing is, it's very heavy in the West Coast, that racism, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, a lot of Latinos do not practice nor even know about it. I have to be honest, because it seems like whenever situations like this happens, it seems like we're always put into one box like a monolith. You know what I'm saying? We always put into one box saying that, well, y'all all think like this when it's not the case. So the Spanish started that whole thing. And then you had certain sectors of our community breeding with whiter individuals to the point to get into whiteness. Why? Because we know, due to white supremacy, the whiter you are, the more privileges you get. And this is a fact. This is a fact. Now, again, I don't know what the homie was doing or whatever the case is. I don't know nothing about that. But he was speaking facts, but I wish he could have at least broke it down into context. You know what I'm saying? Because guess what? This type of thing happens in the black community. There's black Americans that actually say, yo, don't date another black American or darker person than you. I've seen it happen, and it's been happening to dark Americans. Black Americans, my fault. It's been, I heard it happen to black Americans, even immigrant black Americans. I've heard the same thing. Don't date somebody darker than you. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't believe me, just go to YouTube and YouTube the divestment movement. It's a bunch of black women talking wild, crazy stuff about black men and how they shouldn't be dating because black men this and this. So we should not be thinking or putting this at it's only a Latino type of thing. No, it happens everywhere. Y'all don't believe me? Here, I'm gonna give you a little example.
Purpose to you. They don't care anything about the continuity of blackness because they're creating a whole bunch of biracial children. The largest growth was not in the black community, it was among biracial and multiracial people. Black men are already erasing you where they can. And that's why I asked,
whoa,
black men have the power to really control whether we exist or not. Do you think that they give birth to us? Now we know men don't give birth, but where they black men are already showing you what they would do. They wouldn't be creating biracial, they wouldn't be creating black children, and they're not. They're creating biracial children. I really think black women don't understand. I think you don't understand the critical point that we're at. I think we don't understand the seriousness of it because black women cannot separate the overall collective of black men from their interpersonal relationships, meaning their family members, their cousins, uncles, brothers. That's why we keep hearing about them. Black men are able to do that. They don't feel like they owe you anything. They don't feel like they're connected to you as a large population. Like, how many times are we going to see in different cities black men putting in work to harm you? And then I'm being told, when I say, well, you have a womb, you control who enters into existence. If these men are not going to raise their children, they're going to leave you.
There you go. That's Cynthia G right there. right there, that's Cynthia G, and she's a Black American. So let's cut the crap with the whole immigrants and everything, all that. She's a Black American, and look how she's talking. Racism goes all over the place. Anti-Blackness is not something new. It goes all over the place. So let's cut the crap. The thing is that yes, racism is a thing, and it's in every community. Don't put it into the Latino community like we invented it. All right? No, there's some sectors of us that practice it, and there's some sectors, and the majority of the sector of us that don't. It's unfortunate, very unfortunate, that the small sectors that do, for some reason, have the loudest voices. You know what I'm saying? It's not because they're the larger majority. It's because for some reason they just have the loudest voices. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of Latinos like myself that never was taught that. So let's keep it 1,000. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that dude. I wish he could have done it in better context, but it is what it is. I want to know what y'all think. I'm going to catch y'all later. Peace.